Well, here I sit in the dang dark. I don't know if you can see me or not. The power has been off 3 times. The first time it was off about an hour. The second time it was off about 30 minutes. And now it's off again. And I don't know how long it's going to be. The problem is when the power goes on, everybody's in the bed. Well, guess what? My bed requires power for this stupid mattress. It's like an air mattress of some kind. And when the power's not running, the bed goes flat. And when it went off the first time, I was asleep. It was probably 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And it was flat, my back was hurting, I couldn't figure out what was wrong. Then I realized the bed was flat and it was laying on metal of some kind. And Donovan happened to be up. He brought me a light in here like in here now. And he helped me get out because I can't get up off my bed because it's so flat and low. But everybody else right now, they just laying in the bed and they ain't paying no attention to it. Except for me, I can't get in the dang bed. I mean, I can get in it, but I can't lay there for just a few minutes. What happened? Oh, it did it say. Anyway, and I'm surprised that we're losing power because we're not getting that much wind. That thing hit landfall up in the bend, which is over 100 miles from us. We're getting rain and a little wind, but yet the power keeps going off. Anyway, that's the story so far. I didn't think we'd get much off of it. I surely didn't think we'd get no power outages because there's just not that much wind. So I don't know. I don't know how long it'll be off. I'll keep you tuned in. GoPro, stop recording. Well, the hurricane for us in our area was much ado about nothing. We lost power 1, 2, 3 or 4 times, but it was just for short intervals. It wasn't long. But very little wind, a little bit of rain. It just wasn't nothing. I was watching that thing. I kind of suspected it was going to hit way up north of us, up there in the Big Bend area of Florida. I don't know where it's at now. I don't care. But anyhow, that's the story of the hurricane that never was. But we got 2 or 3 other storms stirring around out there, so who knows? Anyway, that's the poop on the hurricane. GoPro, stop recording. Well, I just had my appointment with the VA. I'm supposed to have a brand new scooter just like the one I had. It could take up to 6 to 8 weeks unless they got one in the warehouse. But got one in the warehouse, it'll get brought to me. Plus, I'm getting a brand new wheelchair. I think they're gonna mail that one to us. And I'm getting a new handheld shower thing for our shower, but it's got a button on the side of the thing that you hold in your hand, you turn the water on and off, and I've been wanting one of them for a long time. So that'll work good for me. So we got something done. I think that's all. I wish it would be quicker than 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah, maybe if I got one in the warehouse, I'll get it sooner. I don't know. But that's the skinny on that. Now, I have a story, but of course I forgot. I didn't write it down. I don't know what it was. I really don't. This thing that's going around in some of the states now about paying reparations to the black people because of what happened to their ancestors in the past. And y'all might have heard me talk about that sooner. I am totally against that, even though that would mean if they was going to pay reparations, then all 3 of my grandsons would be eligible for some of that. But it's not right. Why should we have to pay the black people that are living today for something they didn't have to endure? Their ancestors did. And why should we have to pay? We didn't do it. Our ancestors did it. So I just don't get it. Is that a no-brainer? Why should we have to pay for something somebody did 100 years ago? And why should they get money for something that happened to other people 100 years ago? It don't make sense to me. That just irritates me no end. Of course, the blacks want it because it's going to be money in their hands But they did nothing for her other than to be born. I don't get it. I wish some of y'all would start leaving some comments about your thoughts on some of this stuff. I just don't understand it. And something else. When I talk about things like Taylor Swift concert and people paying thousands of dollars just to go see her in person and stuff like that, and I've been bad-mouthing it because I don't understand it. But of course, I'm a product of a different time. I'm a product of when I went to Elvis Presley's show for $1. So a lot of things that don't make sense to me that makes perfect sense to some of you younger people, they're a product of this time. But my God, some people paying thousands. There were some seats in some of her concerts that was $25,000. I think it was called the VIP section or something. $25,000. You know what I could buy for $25,000? I could buy me that dream scooter that I've always been wanting 5 times over. Dang. I don't get it. Of course, you have to take in consideration I'm 82 years old. So my mindset is not the same as somebody that's 20 or 18 or 25 or 30, even 40. I was born in 1941. And I was the first child. Supposedly I was the first child, but I now know that I wasn't the first child. My mama had a baby when she was 14. She had me when she was 16. And that baby's father was R.O. Carpenter, which was a second cousin of mine. It was the first cousin of my daddy's. Does it bother me that my mama was like she was? No, not now. It used to. I used to go around saying, because my sister that was born a year after me, she had a baby at 15. And I was really upset about that. I know who the daddy was. I don't know if my niece does or not. But I used to have this saying like, I can't remember exactly how I said it, but I was saying like my mom was a whore and my sister is a whore, but that was not correct. I mean, they I don't know. I used to just think that my mother and what things she done, I used to just think it bothered me. But I think it did. I think it did bother me. I just didn't realize it at the time. And back when my mother took off with my two youngest brothers, Michael and Joe, and abandoned me, Carolyn, and George. And I'd be out in the fields in cotton and peanuts, hoeing the weeds out and stuff, and be going down them long roads, and that dirt road over there, all of a sudden there'd be a car coming along. And I used to fantasize that maybe that car is my mama's car coming to get me. And in hindsight, that tells me, yeah, I was missing my mama. Because I wasn't close with my dad. My dad was an alcoholic. I wasn't close with him. I was never really super close except for one time in 1978 or 79. He come to live with me and my wife and my two babies, my kids. I was kind of close to him then. And, but even when we was living in that boarding house in Winston-Salem, we slept in the same bed together and everything at night and everything. You would think we'd have been close, but we wasn't close because Dad was an alcoholic, and when he wasn't at work, he was out carousing around.
We gotta take his other hearing aid up there.
He didn't seem like to me what a dad should be like. Shoot, the day I turned 16, I went out on a date with a girlfriend of mine, Brenda Peoples. And when I come back home, Daddy was like, "Where you been? I had something I want to give you." And he said, "Get in the car, take me over to Marie's." And I knew who Marie was. And what it was Marie, that was Daddy's lady friend. And there was a lady there named Goldie. Well, that was his gift to me. A dadgum whore. I was supposed to go in the bedroom with her and do whatever. I went in there, but I didn't want no part of that skaggy ass old woman.
Donovan, that's the fucking small heater. The big heater.
How about that?
I got with Joe.
Oh, I'm talking about the shirt.
No, I'm talking about the fucking
That's what he
heater.
gave me on my birthday. My 16th birthday. After I had been out with my girlfriend and everything, had a nice time. Daddy couldn't drive. He'd lost his driver's license for about 5 years. So if he wanted to go somewhere, I had to take him. Or he got with his other friend that could drive. His other friend was Willie Allister. And Willie Allister was the uncle to the 21-year-old girl that I was going out with, and we were being intimate and all that stuff, and she got pregnant and told me I was just a boy, that I couldn't help take care of a kid. She told me I was just a boy. And the first thing that hit my mind when she said that was it just killed me when she said it. And I'm thinking, well, I wasn't just a boy when you decided to have sex with me. And I remember her saying stuff like she knew she shouldn't have got involved. Of course, she was 21, I was 17. I knew I shouldn't have got involved with you. I knew you would take it serious. You know, that bothers me just thinking about it. A lot of things in my life that went in different directions, especially when I joined the Army and when I got out and I married my wife. Just one of them things, you know. You never know. I like Forrest Gump. They said, "Hey, you never know what you're going. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get." And there's a lot of truth in that. A lot of truth. I could have went off and married that girl, Betty Rainey. There was another girl. Could have married her, but then the German girlfriend I had that had a baby of mine, Renata, could have married. I would have married her if I had known she was pregnant. I didn't know she was pregnant with my child till about 2016, many years later. Didn't know it. And then when I finally got in touch with the family and found out that one of my best friends over there, Heinz Tuschinski, died from cancer. And I talked to Renata, and she was really chewing me out about the whole thing. I didn't know. She had the baby, which was a girl, and she gave the baby to her mom and dad, and her mom and dad raised that girl as their own. And the day I talked to Renata, she died 2 or 3 days later. She had cancer. I'll tell you. Now, if Renata had lived, now my wife had already passed away, and if Renata had lived, I probably would have tried to make an effort to go to Germany, see her, marry her, and bring her back home. Don't know how that would have worked out. We was really close. Really close. Well, that's enough of my rambling on, I guess. Well, at least I know I've got a scooter coming. The same kind that I had. I think I'm going to put that scooter, the old scooter, on Craigslist and sell it for $10 or $20. as a needs repair. Runs but needs repair. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I could just drive it out there to the trash pile and let somebody get it. And sell it as is. At least get something for it. Anyhow,
I had to
I suppose
that low because it
I suppose that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And I got on one of my t-shirts from gosh almighty, why do I forget people's names so easily, especially somebody that I feel pretty close to? What's his name? Daggone it. Ricky Lance. Shoot, I couldn't remember Crazy Family Chief's fella's name the other day. Marty. But yeah, this is a Ricky Lance t-shirt. He sent me some nice t-shirts. Of course, I got them nice ones from Barbara Everett. Her passed away husband's t-shirts. I love them things. I love them all. I love them all. And they're all quality t-shirts. They're not just run-of-the-mill t-shirts. Thank you so much, Barbara. Thank you so much, Ricky. And I can't think of the other fellow's name that sent me the UK money. I just got a lot of nice people in my channel. I don't have many, but the ones I got, they're super. They're super. And I suppose y'all just don't know how much those little donations. Well, I better shut up about that. People say I'm soft begging again. I'm not soft begging. I'm just showing my thanks for what people have sent me. And Granny Doe, I hadn't heard from Granny Doe in a while. But anyway, that's my story, folks, and I'm sticking to it. I'll see you in the next one. See ya. Let me see how many minutes I got on here. Got about 30 something. Okay. Alright, GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording.